I've never done good things. I've never done bad things.
Oh, hello, I didn't see you there, cheap things. How are you? This is Dave, originally from Hull, now living in Nottingham, and I thought I would do a little video of my answers to the 8 Bowie confessional questions. So here we go. Question number 1. When was I first aware of David Bowie? Well, like all gentlemen of a certain age, probably when he appeared famously doing Starman on Top of the Pops when I was about 12 years old. That's probably my earliest memory. What did my mates think of him? Well, where I grew up, you had to be careful not to be seen as a bit soft. And I think basically we all loved Bowie from the minute we saw him, but we weren't quite sure that we dare admit it to one another. Number 3, first Bowie gig. Well, seen him many times, but the first gig was in 1978 in Stafford Bingley Hall. I remember going to that gig on the back of Andy Carr's motorbike, and it was absolutely breathtakingly amazing. Favourite Bowie album? Well, as Jason said, that's an impossible question. It depends on what mood you're in, what's happening, what time of the day it is. But I do keep on coming back to Young Americans. Why? Probably because it was such a big departure from what came before it, Diamond Dogs. The quality, you can listen to that album now and it sounds fresh. And when you look at some of the backing singers, the musicians, the people involved in that album, it really was absolutely top. Great album, but as I say, you could ask me tomorrow and I might say something else. I'm sure I'm no different to all the rest of you cheap things. Did I ever meet David? No, I didn't. Very sorry to say. The nearest I got to David was at a Tin Machine gig in Cambridge, I think at the Corn Exchange, and I was perhaps 10 feet away from the stage, but that's as near as I could get. Treasured piece of Bowie memorabilia. Well, when I was about 17, 18, I broke my right hand. I'm right-handed. And during my recuperation, I decided to draw the cover of the Low album using my left hand. Now, this could have ended very badly, but it was actually quite a decent attempt. Unfortunately, very sad to say, that has been lost over the years moving house. But that is kind of a bit of Bowie memorabilia. I do have one of the Station to Station books signed by David, which of course is a treasured possession. Favourite Bowie story? Well, a couple of sort of small things really, but I grew up in Hull, and in the mid-1960s, my cousin Anne McLaughlin, was Mick Ronson's girlfriend. She's not mentioned in his book. This would have been, I guess, about 65-ish, but she was Ronno's girlfriend, so that's my Bowie claim to fame. The other thing is, when I was in lodgings in Chelmsford, I think it was, Chelmsford or Colchester, somewhere in Essex, the landlady, I believe, was related to David's Auntie Pat. So, that's a very tenuous connection, but that's all I can really give you. What did I do? Where was I when David had passed? Well, I was actually doing something that David used to do quite a lot. I was sailing between Southampton and New York on the Queen Mary 2, and the news came on. My daughter had texted me, and I thought, no, that can't be true. It's one of these daft internet rumours. Put the news on the telly, and of course it was true. What did I do? Well, of course, I did what everyone did. I broke down and cried, and I did that for the rest of the day. Just thinking, there's perhaps another little tiny bit of Bowie story I can give you. Danny Baker, many years ago, on one of his radio shows, had a quiz, and the quiz was, which album has the words "to be played at maximum volume" stamped on the back of it? and I rang into the radio show, and of course I won because it was the Ziggy album. Okay, Cheap Things, have an absolutely splendid weekend, and I look forward to hearing all of your Bowie confessionals. Maybe we could add one more with the permission of Mark, Rob and the boys, and that is this. What is your favourite single line Bowie lyric? Your favourite single line Bowie lyric? And to get the ball rolling, I would suggest Midwives to History, put on their bloody robes. A great line from Teenage Wildlife. Cheers, Cheap Things. All the best. Love on you.